Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I got a brand new video back at PUBG Mobile. No, on a serious note, PUBG Mobile is just the background because obviously, that's just how it is. So, welcome to the 40 FPS action, am I right? Yeah, my phone only runs high graphics at 40, and smooth graphics looks like shit at 60, so I'd rather not. But regardless, with all that out of the way, if you're wondering why I'm not showing my face, it's because I'm not at my recording studio just yet. Because I wouldn't call it a studio, more like a recording booth, if you will. Obviously, I don't own a recording studio. I'm not a rich kid. It's literally just a computer in the corner with a desk, a few monitors, and a green screen. But that's not even the point. All I'm saying is I'm not at the recording spot, so you kind of get what you get. But regardless, today we are going to be looking at a black dominatrix that likes whipping white people. Now, the specific title of this video is entitled as follows: I'm a dominatrix who teach black feminist theory to clients. I don't even have to get into why that's a bad thing, but all I'm going to say is I can imagine that, I can imagine that being whipped by a dominatrix getting taught black feminist theory is going over the line even for the highest end BDSM, like Jesus Christ. But regardless, we're not even going to get into the fact that this video was only 4 minutes and 30 seconds long and I feel like I want to die already. But regardless, without further ado, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1, die.
It's very wonderful to be a black femme whipping a white man. My name is Mistress Velvet. I've been a dominatrix for 4 years and a goddess my whole life.
That's a pretty bold claim, I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty bold claim. I mean, maybe that's just me, but I'm sorry. At what point is it that you can whip white men as a black dominate? I'm just confused. Like, listen, I even after watching this video, I'm probably still gonna have a headache. But like, Jesus Christ, in those 9 seconds, I've learned more about this woman than I've ever learned about anyone else, because I can guarantee you this is what she spends all her time on. I mean, let's be honest, I'd imagine being a dominatrix is pretty damn hard work, if I do say so myself. I mean, I don't know, I'm not a dominatrix. I think that's illegal, actually, with my age, but imagine if it wasn't. I mean, imagine the money she probably makes with all these men coming in. I mean, Jesus Christ. That one guy was literally her footstool. Like, how does that even work? How is that even a thing? I mean, hey, maybe it's just me, but I think in this first 9 seconds, we can tell about as much of this video as we can. So let's just continue.
The core of my domination style is that I force slaves to read black feminist theory.
Wow. At that point, she just knows how bad that it is that she literally, and I'm not even kidding, she literally makes them read, and a keyword, makes them read black feminist theory. If there's a point where you have to make white slaves read black feminist theory, you know it's not a good book. And maybe that's just me, but I feel like reading black feminist theory is a lot like reading the very beginning of a Stephen King book, but that's the entire book. Because you know how whenever you read a Stephen King book, mind you, this is only for the people who will actually read, and like you read the book and the first few pages are pretty damn dull because it goes over everything and whatnot. Like, the first few chapters are kind of just setting you into the story, so like they're not necessarily eventful. I imagine that's the entire book at this rate. Like, how could you possibly make an entire fucking novel about black feminist theory? Like, hey, maybe that's just me, but I mean, I feel like that would be difficult to describe that in that many words, nonetheless describe it in the first place. I mean, let's be honest, it's something that no one can describe, and maybe that's just me, but like, I feel like this is just a cheap way to, like, I don't know, to be honest. Like, I feel like this is just a cheap way to satisfy the fact that she's black, and somehow that makes a difference. Like, I kind of hate people that are like, oh, I'm black, the patriarchy. Jesus, shut the fuck up, dude. Nobody cares. Like, literally nobody cares. Like, don't get me wrong, there are men out there that do this, but at the same time, lady, like, come on, I've never shat on a black woman, okay? Now that sounds weird to say, but like, Jesus Christ, I never thought I'd have to say it until this very moment. Sure as hell hope she doesn't come to my house with a whip and just start going ham. Jesus Christ, let's be honest, I'm scared now.
My very first slave I had ended up being like, you are such a nice, kind, and smart person, but you will never be a dom. And that, like...
Okay, the fact that I'm sorry for pausing so much, but the fact that she's called a dom just makes me feel so weird. Like, legitimately. As a matter of fact, I have a friend named Dominic, and it turns out that his nickname is Dom. So after this video, I'm thinking on a call with him and tell him that a black dominatrix who forces white people to read black feminist theory is nicknamed after him, and I'm gonna see his reaction because this is just priceless.
Really upset me.
Thank you.
I was like, no, I don't want any white man telling me that there's something I can't do. And so it kind of pushed me to
I kind of feel like that's stupid, but maybe that's just me. I mean, imagine what was going through her parents' head, you know? I mean, I sure as hell hope that they did. You know, I don't know whether or not to hope they agree with it or hope that they don't. Either way, it's probably going to turn out bad. Imagine the disappointment on her parents' face when they're like, okay, so you got your first job. What was your first job? And she says, I like teaching black feminist theory to white men as I whip them and beat them with my, whatever the fuck that is, a soft padded paddle. You know, on the note of that soft paddle, what the fuck is the point of the soft paddle? It literally, the whole point of a paddle is to smack them and it hurts. And then there she is, like, giving them light taps. Like, if you're gonna whip white men, at least actually whip them. Jesus Christ. You're like, oh, I can do anything. But you can't even fucking whip a guy right. Jesus Christ.
like do a lot of research around BDSM and kind of cultivate myself as a dom and what that meant for me.
243, mistress. 244, thank you, mistress.
I kind of pushed them to engage in BDSM outside of like what you think of it as just being beaten by some cruel woman.
Thank you, mistress.
And so that's kind of a lot.
Oh shit, I just realized she's actively whipping this dude and shit on the interview. What the fuck? Imagine being the camera crew. Holy shit, dude. I would quit my job. I'm not gonna sit there and fucking film some black girl whipping a guy. Jesus Christ. And I'm sorry, was he counting the amount of times she beat him with a whip? Jesus Christ, what are they shooting for? 500? 1,000? I don't know. Jesus Christ. Like, listen, that's just me. But like, I have nothing else to say outside of this video. Literally has 6.9 thousand likes, and if you get it, you get it. That's all I'm gonna say. But like, I can't, dude. Like, how is this even a thing? Like, maybe that's just me. But at what point is this your job?
And so that's kind of a lot of where the like readings come in. Oh, I like this. You're getting a little murk. How it all started in terms of me kind of like now building a curriculum of black feminist theory for slaves was one slave came into our sessions with a lot of emotional baggage and lots of white guilt. And so
Okay, I know she's probably about to explain what white guilt is, but I'm still gonna ask it. What the fuck is white guilt? And if it is what I think it is, why should I feel guilty for something that I didn't even do? Like, I'm not the one sitting there with the whip in 1826. That wasn't me. I wasn't the one making pit cotton out of the fields. Like, listen, you could be like, oh, he's racist, he talked about slaves. But on a serious fucking note, Jesus Christ, I'm not even the one that whipped you. Like, listen, another saying about me, and someone's gonna be like, oh, not only are you racist, but you're also so self-centered and hypocritical. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, all I'm saying is, holy shit. You know? Imagine if that's how everybody was. Well, imagine how fucked up this has to be. Like, imagine being this guy, if I'm being honest. Like, white guilt just doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't sit right. Like, can you imagine if the tables were turned and it was a white woman hitting a black man? Do you understand the backlash that would get? The pure backlash, and calling it black guilt, like, for being black. What? Do you understand how stupid this is? Like, this, no. Jesus Christ, dude. Imagine if I popped off with that. I think I would literally have my entire career deleted along with my life. Jesus.
I just turned to the people I trust. I turned to Patricia Hill Collins and Audre Lorde and was like, these are some texts and readings that have been really powerful for me and shaped my thinking around things. Why don't you try reading Audre Lorde and see like how it makes you feel? And while you're at it, write me like 1,000 words. I could even look at an essay.
Yeah, if you could pull it up on your phone.
Could you bring me my phone? I will probably read this last paragraph of this essay.
Okay. There's only one thing I have to describe to this. Are you fucking lazy? Like, I understand they're your slaves, but you can't walk 10 feet over to grab your fucking fucking phone, dude? Like, what the hell even is that? Maybe that's just me, but holy shit. You know, if I would have told myself yesterday, like, imagine I go back in time and be like, hey, tomorrow you're gonna be watching to a black dominatrix who teaches feminist theory to clients. I'd probably say he's crazy and bullshit and that no video exists out there, until I realized, oh shit, this was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Holy shit, dude. That is just depressing that people were like this 2 years ago still. I mean, I feel like around 2015 is where all this shit started in the first place. But goddamn, dude, this is just depressing at this rate.
That I got yesterday. I am very aware of the real capacity and potential of Black women, not only physical, but intellectual and emotional. It is my obligation to pass this knowledge to as many people as possible, making the word of Mistress Velvet a fact and rule among Latin males too. The knowledge, spreading the knowledge of Mistress Velvet across the world. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, but it is pretty goddamn funny. Cause you know it's never gonna fucking happen. Listen, it's, you know, I keep saying this, but maybe it's just me. But I can't fathom everyone actually believing this, and I would have said that 2 years ago when this video was made, until I realized, oh shit, there's an entire fucking community around this called LGBTQ, and I'm sitting here like, holy fucking shit. Now, no one get offended, but Alphabet Soup Club, anyone? Jesus Christ, there's nothing to say about this, but Jesus, goddamn. Like, I know this sounds like a generic reaction, but I'm legitimately disgusted at what I see. And also, on another note, this dude is really wearing this leather ski mask looking like the Hulk with a dad bod. Like, holy shit.
What Mistress helped me see with the Black feminist theory and readings was how much deeper everything goes, and how much deeper and how much more I owe being a white man and benefiting from this system of privilege and oppression. I definitely fetishized
Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Black people haven't been oppressed before. Obviously, it was an issue. Key word was, not is an issue. Listen, maybe it's just me, but like, Jesus Christ, personally it's just me, but I'm a normal human being, which is literally everybody on the planet Earth outside of a select few, like fucking Bill Gates or something, or Bill Nye the Science Guy, actually. He probably knows what's going up, but like, Jesus Christ, man, I'm just sitting here like, how, dude? Like, listen, maybe it's just me, but at the point in which you are on your hands and knees getting whipped by a woman who is a dominatrix and reads feminist theory to you while you fall asleep getting paddle whipped, that is of the point when you reflect on your life and wonder why the fuck you, like, how the hell you even call yourself a man. Because as bad as it sounds to say, you cannot be a man and get treated like this from anybody regardless. Jesus Christ. And like, you know what? Let's just keep watching at this rate.
at first. I've done a lot of work to really try to unpack that and unlearn the fetishization.
For those that have like a weird fetish of like Blackness and Black women, they're gonna really eat that up. And so I kind of have this like weird dual relationship with my fetishization where I use it to get clients, but then I want to process through it with them as well. I remember one time I went to a play party and I opened the door and this white person says, "Hey, you want to be my slave?" And I'm just like immediately blown away about like the depth.
Oh, fucking hell, she got mad at a slave joke. How many times have my friends said, "Hey, go pick that cotton, you noob"? Like, are you serious? This is just a normal occurrence with me and my friends, and before you be like, "Oh, they're so toxic," it's a fucking joke, okay? And if you're like, listen, maybe it's just me, but you deserve whatever the fuck you get after being a dominatrix, okay? Whatever kind of insults or jokes, you deserve every bit of it, because you should have known the line of work you're getting into. It's the same thing like being a YouTuber, being a Twitch streamer, or even just working a normal 9 to 5. You can't just sit there and just not get the repercussions, okay? There's bad things and good things about a job, and this job so happens to have people that make fun of you. Gee, who thought that whipping people while being a dominatrix teaching Black feminist theory, which is fucking stupid in the first place, is something that people will make fun of? Golly, I know.
Depth of that word, and their inability to like recognize like how like the weight of saying that to a black person when it in the past has been used by white people to talk about black people and enslaved Africans, and now I'm being able to appropriate that word and call my white men.
Okay, so basically what she's saying is, oh, I don't like being called a slave, so I'm gonna call white men slave because they're white. Do you realize how stupid that is? Do you realize how, listen, I don't like pulling the race card, but that is just downright racist. Jesus Christ, what did white people ever do to you? And you might be like, oh, well, they enslaved black people. No, I mean, what did we do to her? Exactly. Absolutely nothing. Maybe that is just me, but Jesus fucking Christ. So you're gonna reinvent it from black people being called slaves to white people being called slaves. I don't know about you, but that is not solving the issue. That's just moving it over to a different race. That's stupid. That literally didn't change anything, you retard.
Slaves, and it feels really powerful in that way. My slaves pay my rent, they help me pay my student loans back, you know, they're like funding my life.
So I'm gonna beat them and make sure that they tolerate everything they can before passing out.
I don't want to undermine the fact that black people in the US and in Africa are owed a significant amount of reparations, but I find myself trying to get some of that with my clients.
The Velvet Underground song, Venus in Furs, there's a line that says, "Strike dear mistress and cure his heart." Mistress has cured my heart.
Oh yeah, nothing says curing your broken heart like getting beat mercilessly. That sounds like a great way to cure your heart. Oh, I just got broken up. How about I go get beat by a black feminist? That makes complete and total sense, doesn't it? That just totally cures your heart. I love how this guy's completely okay with it too. He's just like, yeah, I get whipped. This is completely normal. This totally isn't me having mental problems. Like, Jesus Christ. Regardless, that's the end of the video. So, if you guys enjoyed, I sure as hell know I didn't enjoy, but if you guys did, make sure to subscribe. As a matter of fact, no, even if you didn't, I don't fucking give a shit. Subscribe, like, turn on the notification bell, leave a comment down below. Anyways, I don't know. Some people like this just make me sick, if I'm being honest. But there's one more thing I want you to do, and that is join my Discord server, and also follow me on Instagram. Regardless, I have nothing else to say. I think I'm gonna go, I see bleach over in the corner over there. I'm gonna go and drink it while washing my eyes out and make sure that I purely die of bleach death. So, I have nothing else to say. I'm literally ready to die at this rate. So if you guys did enjoy this video, like I said, subscribe, like, turn on the notification bell, leave a comment down below. Make sure you check out my Discord server as well as my Instagram. Anyways, like I said, thank you guys for watching. And as always, peace, fellas.